So we put out a statement today. We watched this, and it's impossible to watch this gross incompetence that I watched last night. And we put out a statement a little while ago, and these people are going crazy. They won't report it properly. Shall I read you the statement? Donald J. Trump is calling for, now listen, you got to listen to this one because this is pretty heavy stuff, and it's common sense, and we have to do it. Remember the poll numbers, 25%, 51%. Remember the poll numbers. Okay, so remember this. So listen. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on. We have no choice. We have no choice. We have no choice. According to Pew Research, among others, there is a great hatred toward Americans by large segments of the Muslim population. Most recently, a poll from Center for Security Policy released data showing 25% of those polled agreed that violence against Americans, these are people that are here, by the way, people here, 25, not 1%. By the way, 1% would be unacceptable. 1% is unacceptable. 25% of those polled agreed that violence against Americans here in the United States is justified as part, think of that, as part of the global jihad. They want to change your religion. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. Not going to happen. As part of the global jihad, and 51% of those polled agreed that Muslims in America should have the choice of being governed according to Sharia. You know what Sharia is? 51%. Sharia authorizes, and look, this is, I mean, it's terrible. Sharia authorizes such atrocities as murder against non-believers who won't convert, beheadings, and more unthinkable acts that pose great harm to Americans, especially women. I mean, you look, especially women. Tough stuff. And we have a president that won't even mention the term. And you're talking about numbers like this. Mr. Trump stated, without looking at the various polling data, it's obvious to anybody the hatred is beyond comprehension of such a big portion. Where the hatred comes from and why we will have to determine. We're going to have to figure it out. We have to figure it out. We can't live like this. It's going to get worse and worse. You're going to have more World Trade Centers. It's going to get worse and worse, folks. We can be politically correct and we can be stupid, but it's going to get worse and worse. Until we are able to determine and understand this problem and the dangerous threat it poses, our country cannot be the victim of horrendous attacks by people that believe only in jihad. These are people who only believe in jihad. They don't want our system. They don't want our system. And have no sense of reason or respect for human life. They have no respect for human life. That's all right. He sounds like he's very exhausted. It's all right. He's tired. So they have no respect for human life. So we have to do something. Now, And I wrote something today that I think is very, very salient, very important, and probably not politically correct, but I don't care. I don't care. You know, we had a situation in California very recently where somebody was making bombs in an apartment. The mother saw him. The mother didn't notice anything wrong. I watched the sister being interviewed. Believe me, in my opinion, she was lying like crazy. I watched that interview. Oh, my brother was such a wonderful guy. I didn't know. And I watched the next door neighbor saying, oh, well, we didn't report them because we didn't want to racially profile or we didn't want to profile. Give me a break. Give me a break. We're like the stupid country. It's so many different ways. Can you imagine what our great leaders of the past would have said with the kind of crap that's happening with us? They didn't want to report them because they thought it was profiling. Oh, okay, they saw bombs. They saw, you know, the pipe bombs. This wasn't to build a bathroom. When a bomb is this long, got to put too many of them together for a bathroom, right? And we thought they may be, but we didn't want to racially oh, okay, you're okay, you're innocent. Or how about where the families and the girlfriends and the wives and everything, they go back with World Trade Center. The worst in Pearl Harbor. Because with the World Trade Center, they were killing innocent civilians. At least while it was a dirty, rotten, sneak attack. At least they were attacked. Wow, that was a hell of a... Thank goodness he's on my side. But while it was an attack, at least it was military. But this was an attack on the World Trade Center. So what's happened is we're out of control. We have no idea who's coming into our country. We have no idea if they love us or if they hate us. We have no idea if they want to bomb us. We have no idea what's going on. And then I looked at poll numbers, and I don't mean polls where I'm winning. Those numbers I like looking at. These numbers I hated to look at. And it's very, very sad. I'll go after some of the numbers. 25% of those polls, and this was from the Center for Security Policy, very highly respected group of people who I know, actually. This is people living in this country. 25% of those polls agreed violence against Americans is justified. As Muslims, 25%. 51%, these are Muslims living in this country. By the way, I have friends that are Muslims, they're great people. But they know we have a problem. They know we have a real problem. Because something's going on. And we can't put up with it, folks. We can't put up with it. 51%, highly respected number of polling groups, want to be governed according to Sharia. You know what Sharia is. So, I wrote this out. The mainstream media wants to surrender the Constitution. The mainstream media, these people back here, they're the worst. They are so dishonest. No, they're so dishonest. They are so dishonest. I mean, I had one from NBC, a reporter from NBC, and actually another one, I think, from CBS. They actually, in Columbus, Ohio, I had a tremendous crowd, like 10,000 people. It was a love fest. It went on for a long time. Everybody stayed right till the end, right till the end. I had one of the politicians, Kasich, who's just getting, he's a horrible debater. To me, he's a horrible, he made a statement that, oh, they left after 10 minutes. Now, the press was there, they saw it. Nobody says it was a lie. It was a total lie. In fact, I had more people at the end than I had at the beginning. Nobody's leaving. Nobody's leaving here except for the one person that was screaming. So we asked the press to report that it was a total lie, and they don't want to do that because it's not the thing to do. You know, we get the biggest crowds. They don't want to show this crowd tonight. They're not going to show all the people outside trying to get in. They don't do that. They have the cameras right on my face. I say, fan the crowd just to show them. Look at all the people over here. It's a record in the history of the ship. But they don't show it. They don't show it. No. And I say, fan it. I say, fan it, and they never, ever fan it. I say, fan the crowd. They never fan it. And yet, I guarantee you, that young woman that just got taken out after interrupting us 3 times, I guarantee the cameras will be on her. I guarantee. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. So we talk about the media, and by the way, some of the media is terrific, but most of it, 70%, 75%, is absolute dishonest, absolute scum. Remember that. Scum. Scum. They're totally dishonest people. I had one the other day where I finished the speech and they said, oh, Trump was interrupted and he left early. Like, I spoke like for 45, 50 minutes. I then answered questions, and then I went around and did, everybody knew it was false. Amazingly, there's a media group that calls the media. And the next day they did the most beautiful story about what a lie it was from NBC. She's back there, little Katie, she's back there. What a lie it was. No, what a lie, Katie Tur. What a lie it was from NBC to have written that was a total lie. And they did a story where I didn't know they had a group like this, where they actually criticized